Carl and Damon here from Games at Brains and a Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. Is they made what into a TV series? Season 2 of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. We're up to episode number 12, A Hard Dazed Knight. Which might make you think it's like, oh, it's all based upon like sort of like night stuff, as in Knight. And it is. Kind of.
Mm,
Kind of. This is a
yeah.
weird one. But it's written by Jim and Magon. For some reason, Cersei and Dr. B are having an event and competition. Lamina was like, why do they do this? This is like when they do that stupid shit with fucking Donkey Kong Country. And they'd be like, oh, here's the one day where King K. Rool is allowed to come and touch the crystal coconut. Why? Or today's the day we have a competition and whoever wins gets the crystal coconut. Don't do the competition, you
Yeah,
lunatics.
yeah.
The winner will be decided by whoever creates the best invention. Cersei is cocky, but off the radio call with Dr. Buttocks, he reveals that he's been struggling to invent and hasn't been sleeping. And he's so tired, he collapses and falls asleep. Meanwhile, Pac is minding his business, but goes to see Cersei in the hope they'll have some food. Well, that's coincidental, isn't it? There he finds the old man asleep, waking him up and finding out about the competition. It is here Cersei reveals that he only agreed to the competition as a way to stop Dr. Buttocks from stealing his inventions. Why would you trust Dr. Buttocks in the slightest to stop stealing?
Exactly.
However, the good doctor is on fire at the moment, and Cersei can't invent anything, except he's been inventing in his sleep, and he gives Pac a round silver ball that he sleep invented in the hope that the yellow one can figure out what it is. Okay, I don't mind that idea. I thought there could be some hijinks related to that. And there is kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Pat takes it to Spiral and Silly, and they start to test out some possibilities surrounding the ball, which is it starts to do weird stuff. They think it might be like a ball for a baseball game,
Mm.
except it's got a drill, a torch, and saws. Have you ever seen Phantasm?
No.
So the horror series Phantasm, I love it. If you know Phantasm, folks, all I saw when I saw this ball was Phantasm, because what the initial drill part, I was like, oh my goodness me, is this a Phantasm ball? A Phantasm ball will drill into your head. Like, it's quite a gory scene when one of those are involved. Meanwhile, Dr. Buttocks reveals his latest invention to Betrayus. It's a spray that he calls Botanium, and he coats some ancient armor with it. What does it do? It makes the armor indestructible, and even Pac won't be able to eat his way through it. Okay, that's an idea. But immediately you're like, well, it can easily fall apart because if it's just armor, there's going to be other ways and other ways to deal with armor, right?
Of course.
Put this on a ghost, on armor, and then put a ghost in the armor, and they could be invincible, provided they can move in it, because it turns out it's really, really heavy. So, time to test, and Butler is the unlucky one, with Pac leaving Silly and Spiral and continue to work out what Cersei's mad little ball is. So, there's a fun scene here where kind of Pac and Butler share a moment, because the Pac's is kind of like, oh, Butler, it's you. I'm sorry, like, I'm going to have to eat you. Butler's kind of like, yes, I know. Because it's just Butler, that's the thing, because it is kind of like a really sorry scene. Like, there's
Yeah.
no threat here, which should make Pac suspicious. But he just tries to eat him, but can't. He almost chips a tooth. And naturally, Betrayus is overjoyed, and it looks like an invasion is in the card. Hey, guys, guess what? Guess what? He's going to invade, and Pac's definitely going to lose, right?
Well, yeah. I wonder if that special little ball's going to have anything to do with it.
Indeed. Pac, Silly, and Spiral will head up to Cersei and find the scientist leaving. Basically, he's quit science and has decided to become a window washer. I like the randomness of it.
Uh,
The humiliation of being bested by Dr. B is too much, especially as the ball invention turns out to be an automatic meatloaf maker. Completely useless, he reckons. And I was like, right, first off, if it's an automatic meatloaf maker, it's not useless. That's a cool invention. That will solve world hunger, right?
exactly.
But also, like, clearly we know this ball is going to come back. It has a powerful laser attached. It's going to be used for something, isn't it?
Mhm.
Betrayus' invasion begins slowly, but the armor does prove to be the difference maker. Now, we are doing like a medieval thing here where basically, because they're all in armor, moving really slow, Betrayus is all like speaking like sooth this and, march forward, all like stupid old speak, because he's bored all the time, this ghost. It looks to be all over as Pat can do nothing. What are we going to do? And then
The
he has an
end.
idea. Well, then he has an idea. Remembering the competition that Cersei and Dr. B are having. He races off and finds Cersei cleaning a window in a funny scene that's so clean you can't even see it. It's because it doesn't actually exist, which is funny.
Yeah.
But Pac's trying to like continue the competition, pointing at the laser on the meatloaf maker. And Cersei believes, hey, I'll make that more powerful than the armor spray. And they head off the lab. And there, Cersei simply reconstitutes the device for Pac to use like a lance. And like now we're doing this like old school, even more of an old school Arthurian battle because he's in armor and he's got like a lance and all that kind of thing. Guess what? Pac manages to break a hole in the armor of the ghost using this device and simply suck out the ghost, or with the help of his friends. That's how easy this is resolved. That's how easy this is resolved. I thought it was because it's not even just that. They also then start knocking the armor over, and the ghosts are then exposed from the bottom. It's like, oh, okay, this was just another crap plan.
It is. It's always going to be a problem when you have like a 20-minute episode. There's only going to be so much they can do, and it's always going to be an issue with these sort of programs that it's going to end quickly, and it's going to be
Yeah, but I just feel that sometimes you can come up with a more inventive way than this. Because the last one standing is Dr. Buttocks, who Pat decides has lost the invention competition. Who was judging it? And Pac eats the doctor, and everybody goes, "Oh, Cersei, you're the best, you're the greatest, you're wonderful." Woo, that kind of thing. And that's the end of the episode. Yeah, I'm glossing over the ending because I didn't care for this one. I was like, "Oh, is that it?" It really was. Is that it?
Yeah, indeed.
That is episode 12 of Hard Dazed Knight. You got any thoughts on this when you want to share with us? You know what to do? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.